Ladies and gents, girls and boys, yet another Naked Sound review with me, Danny Stewart, for BassJapanDirect.com, and it's another short one because I'm just so busy, so I don't have much time to put down loops and stuff at the moment. But anyway, this time we're going to go on this beautiful old Greco. This is from my birth year, 1974, and it looks about as good as I do in terms of condition. It's got some pock marks and stuff here and there, a little bit rusty. It's a real relic, a genuine relic. It actually came to me in pretty bad shape. It had obviously been kept in poor conditions where it had been exposed to extreme humidity. And actually the truss nut had rusted completely closed, so we had to do extreme operations on this. But although the nut had completely rusted shut, I was able to do an extreme operation, take the fretboard off. I had to kind of dig into the very base of the neck a little bit, but I was able to eventually get the truss nut off, and the original truss rod was actually okay. After greasing it up, cleaning it, oiling it, putting it back in, replacing the fretboard and everything, I was able to put a what would I call it, a supporter in around the truss nut, and now it holds really steady and it's working just beautifully. In fact, this bass plays amazingly well. It sounds amazing on the rear pickup there. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it plays just as well as any of the Fender Japan I've ever laid hands on. In fact, I think it's better. It also had no nut when I got it, so I put on a brand new bone nut. It's been hand cut, and I always cut in such a way that the playability down at the bottom of the neck is really smooth. It doesn't feel tight down here, you know. So and I also, because the back of the neck is covered in, you can still see all these little pocks and stuff on the back of the neck. This is where obviously I think it's been left in a humid place where it gets quite a lot of sunlight, perhaps, because this is where the actual lacquer has mottled and bubbled up a little bit on the back of the neck. So I've smoothed that down, sanded it, so it's got a kind of satin finish now, which is very comfortable to the touch. A lot of the screws on the pickguard, I didn't want to touch them. Pickguard was fine, there's nothing wrong with it. I just didn't want to touch the screws because I thought they might break. And there's nothing wrong with them. So same with the pickup. screws, the heights of the pickups are ideal for the setup that it has right now, but I don't really want to touch the pickup screws at this point because they are probably going to break if you try and turn them. I did, however, take the circuit. I took the dial plate off and just checked all of the pots and everything. Everything is original. It needed some cleaning up and resoldering just to be sure. It was missing the rearmost knob, so I've replaced that with a new one. So that's the only thing that's non-original. Everything else is entirely original. And I have to say, man, it is one of the best jazz basses that I have had the pleasure of playing. So that's with a tone-up balanced, and it sounds great. Yeah. Woo! It's hot, baby. And it just sounds great, you know. The body is I think that's the pickups. These are Maxon. They're Alnico pickups, and they just sound excellent. Beautiful pickups. The body itself, looking at having seen the inside of it, looks like it's multi-part mahogany, or Asian mahogany, or natto wood as it's sometimes called, with maple veneer on top and on the back before it's been finished. So, and you know, this is in, I'm going to call it D rank cosmetically, because it's got scuffs and dings, and it's a real relic. It's a real relic, you know. It's not one of these bullshit made up relics that you get these days where, I mean, there's an art to that. I do it myself on Funky Junks, and I'm not that good at it, but so there is. I appreciate there's an art to making a relic finish, but this is a real one, you know, and it is not that expensive considering how bloody good. How bloody good this thing is. It's just wonderful. Front pickup. Why do I always do that? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, so that was front pickup with the tone up. Let's go with the tone down. So that's nice, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, what a bass, guys. Seriously, it really is one of the nicest jazz basses I've played. I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but I think I did a pretty damn good job of saving this from the scrap heap. I knew it, 90% of the time these Greco, even if they are left in terrible conditions, in terms of climate, the necks are so resilient and strong that they 90% of the time they're okay. Yeah, this is just great. Has a relatively flat radius, by the way. I reckon that's a 12-inch radius as opposed to the traditional sort of 7.25. But I like it. It's very comfortable to play. It's super low action. It's just very, very fluid, Yeah, it's just really, it's got a lot of mojo, and I think it looks frickin' cool with with all of the warts. It's an old bass. It's as old as I am, and I love it. I think it's absolutely excellent. So I'm very, very pleased that I could save this from the scrap heap and make it work again. So yeah, to reiterate, it's got a hand cut bone nut, which has been cut in a way to make it very easy to play. I've repaired the truss rod, had to take the fretboard off and put it back on again. It was a lot of work. I'm not going to pretend it was easy. It was freaking difficult. But and ironically, I actually paid a fair bit for this bass, considering the condition it was in. I thought it was going to be in much better condition. I thought the truss rod was going to be just a matter of oiling it up and greasing it, and it's going to work. But actually, it was completely bloody jammed. It's rusted shut. So huge operation. But yeah, that's it, guys. So that gives you an idea of how it sounds and plays. It's great, and it's selling as seen. I'm not going to offer any kind of warranty or return on this because of the fact that it's so old and the repairs that I've done, although I think they're very good. I'm not 100% confident that that's gonna, how long that's gonna hold out for, but it seems to be excellent, in terms of playability, and it's been very, very stable now for over a week. So that's great news as far as I'm concerned, and I think this will make somebody an excellent road beater of a bass. I mean, it just sounds fantastic. So there you go, guys. Thanks again for watching.